Recently, I recommended to you guys to go out and buy the book The Rational Male by Rollo Tomassi. I think that's a super important book. Welcome back, by the way. Hope you're feeling great. Jumping right in, as I would go through this book, I would just constantly bookmark and write down different passages. And one thing that stood out to me is this quote, and I kind of just have this right here in my journal, and I'm going to read it to you guys. It goes like this: a man is as confident and valuable as his options. A man who has options has power. So, a man is as confident and valuable as his options. Well, that goes with women, and it also goes in every aspect of your life. Now, if you just want to break that down with women, when you find, when there's that one girl that you become obsessed over, you stop having options. She becomes your main source of pleasure. She realizes that, and then you become, you just become this guy. It's like, what's he offering? Well, what girls are chasing him? What makes him valuable? You're just giving all your value away. So when you have options, though, when this is perceived, you're a high value male. Women want you. People want to be around this guy. He's cool. He's got a cool life. He's not boring. He's like somebody that you would want to spend time with and get to know. So that's one aspect. But, that applies in everywhere in life. So options with your career, options with your money, options with influencing your environment, and options with how your routine and throughout the day. So I was reading this and I was thinking, it just popped into my head, the Renaissance man, what it means to be a Renaissance man. And during that period, someone that's well cultured, someone that has sort of mastery over multiple domains of the arts, the math, culture, literature, like writing, reading, different anything. So I guess the modern day Renaissance man, you could say, is a man that has options. And so, there's so much of the world that there is to experience. And I've caught myself early on, when I first got into self-development, of becoming a man almost that limited his options because he thought that self-development, this is the key part of the video, is that self-development was the main thing that I needed to do to, always focus on that. And anything else was like a waste of time. Traveling, waste of time. Sports, waste of time. Hanging out with friends, kind of waste of time. And so I talked a big game, but like those things, I was missing out on a good part of life. Now that's where you got to draw the definitive line, because I'm all for finding your purpose and going full force, becoming obsessed with your purpose. Bill Gates, Solitude, 10 years, there comes a point where in order to be massively successful, or from what we've seen from a lot of these guys who were, it takes pretty great sacrifice. You gotta be on. You gotta have your shit together. You can't be fucking around. You gotta know where your money's going. You gotta know where your time's going, who you're spending your time with. I don't think that's for everyone, but I also think that a lot of people are faking that life. I know it's easy to fake, and like I said, by me in the beginning limiting my options, like I didn't get to experience a lot of life. I missed out on a lot because I'll give you an example. I got a buddy, and I don't know if you're watching this, bro, but you hunt, and I've never been hunting, but I got like respect for this guy for going out, putting on a hunting suit. He knows the call to like call a wild duck. He's got his thing up in a tree. It's like I would have never. I'm too fucking lazy, dude. I don't care enough to do that. But like, man, imagine how much of a primitive connection he has, because he actually took the steps necessary to set that up, and he skinned a deer. Like, I don't care if you're a vegan or not. Like, skinning a deer is pretty damn primal. That's a way to connect with, your ancestry and just like those roots that you have in skinning a deer, making beef jerky, cooking up a rabbit stew. It's like, I would have never done that. But I'm also, what am I saying here? I'm trying to find myself. I'm trying to bring this all together. Is the Renaissance man is like, I think that we can aspire to be today is a man, you, my friend, not just being totally absorbed in, this, here's another thing, always watching a certain type of thing on YouTube. Easy to follow, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, Tom Bilyeu, Inside Quest, Ty Lopez, and you read 100 business books in the last year, and then you become so like, you think but where's the business? Like, where is the business? And so you've stopped becoming like, you become this drone, you become a first class cog, like, and so that's kind of where I've had to question myself. It's like, what's the right answer here? Do you continue to read 100 business books, or do you diversify? Do you continue to watch Gary fucking Vee every single day, or do you diversify it? And so I guess you would have to ask yourself, the answer to the question is, what's working, what's not, and how am I making this an illusion, like I'm doing something when I'm not really doing anything. And so for me, there's a lot of stuff to be interested in. Just like my friend who went hunting, it's like building a business in of itself is gonna be fun. Do I need the 100 business books? Probably not. They would probably help. I'm all for that, but there's a shit ton more out there in life. Like, what about learning a really, really good recipe that you can cook for yourself? I'm about to make this like keto-friendly curry out of cauliflower, coconut milk, and some spices. But what about like traveling and all the times I never travel because I thought it was just a waste of time? So I think there's a point in your life where you'll see that you're maybe lying to yourself. Maybe we're lying to ourselves. All this self-help and self-development and same thing day after day. We think we are superior to people that are not on the same diet, that don't do bodybuilding workouts, that are into calisthenics, or maybe you're calisthenics and you don't do bodybuilding, or you think it's like, there's a great quote by Ernest Hemingway: the mark of a superior man is not trying to like be superior to another man, but to be superior to his past self. And like, the Renaissance man for me, it was always a character, almost like a hero, like something I'm attracted to, because I think that's what we're here for, is to gulp life, to be prolific, to experience life, to be able to understand life, how it works, to get a grasp on it, to leave impact, to help other people. And you can't do that when you're just so self-absorbed in your own shit. Yeah, I really have a lot of admiration for Jordan Peterson. When I heard him talk, there was something about him that was so like, man, I want to be like that. And even hearing him talk about admiration, it's like someone that you admire, that you is like the future of your stronger self, of your best self. That's what admiration is. And so Jordan was like, man, this guy, I want to be like that. And hearing him talk and how he articulates his words, and it is predicated on the, I'm trying to talk like him, but, but yeah, that's what we have to deal with. And purpose is a driving force. Finding that purpose and that passion will light you up, will definitely light you up. But I think that maybe we should just open up our eyes to, the wonders of the world, and like connecting on a deep level with other people, forming a tribe, getting out of our heads, learning about the world, cooking, learning to cook, learning about the fine things, reading books, experimenting with different genres. So it's having those options and not limiting yourself and having that power. I think just like when you make the girl the one-itis, you lose power. And so we've sort of objectified a life that is of fame, fortune, money, cars, clothes, right? Yeezys, whatever you want with the money, but like a life of high status. And there's a point where, yeah, man, money's gonna make a huge difference. I am not balling, right? And I was born and have struggled, and I want to have plenty of money to do what I want. And the thing about these videos is like, I don't know what your life is, man, and there's so many different ways. And I think together, what we can do here is kind of peer into that human code, that humanity within us all. I think that from here, to become a person that's not so seduced by the lustful desire of that life, it can sort of unlock this like creativity in you that is attuned to like more awesomeness that's out there in the world. And I don't want to just talk a bunch of pseudo nonsense, okay? But I really think that life can become like that one night. So you start losing power and then you start lying to yourself. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get rich. Oh yeah, I'm fucking self-developed. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the best body, and all I gotta do is go to the gym every day. Oh yeah. It's like, dude, excuse me, no, you gotta be real with yourself. And so, the modern day Renaissance man. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.